What is going on, and welcome back to another Bloodhunt video. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about some things that I would like to see added to the game, or some things I would like to see improved. David Serland, who is a producer at SharkMob, made a tweet that said, "What are your top 3 favorite things, or things/features/content you would want to see expanded, extended, or more of?" I saw this tweet and I was like, you know what, David? I'll do you one even better. I'm going to make a whole video. And I'm going to go ahead and say this now before we go any further into this. If there's anything you would like to see changed or added into Bloodhunt, please leave it down in the comments below, because there is a really good chance the developers see this video. And it would be great if you could drop a comment and say, hey, I would like to see this changed. I would like to see this added. This is a good opportunity to do that. I'm going to hop right into this. We're just going to get straight to the discussion. Here we go. So the first thing that comes to mind when someone asks me what I would like to see in Bloodhunt is shoulder swapping. Me personally, I feel like shoulder swapping should be in every third-person shooter. Like, it's hard for me to play a third-person shooter without shoulder swapping, especially in 2021. I'm sure there are design reasons for this, but I don't know. It's something I've seen a lot of people on Discord ask for. I've seen Reddit post about it, and just in general, yeah, shoulder swapping would be nice. It definitely helps in those awkward situations when you're behind cover and there's an enemy coming at you from your left. You have to expose your body before you can even put your crosshair on the enemy, because you're peeking out from the left. And if you add shoulder swapping to the game, situations like that disappear. Now, this next one I mentioned in a video back during the Bloodhunt Alpha, and I'm going to mention it again. I would love to see some sort of training area where we can go in there and test out all the different tiers of weapons, test out different abilities, maybe even a little 1v1 area that you can do with a friend. I would love to see something like this. I'm the kind of person that uses these things, and I know a lot of players do, and it would be great to see. It would be great to just hop on, maybe warm up, shoot a few targets. Maybe you're not certain about an ability and you don't want to test it in the middle of a game. You can go into the training area, test it out, and yeah, it's good. It's good stuff. The next thing I would like to see, and this is a really small thing, I would like to see a little indicator next to my teammate's name when they are shooting. So like in Apex Legends, for example, when your teammates are shooting, there's a little like muzzle flash thing that pops up next to their name when they are shooting. I was playing trios with some randoms the other night, and they started shooting, but I was not exactly close enough to them to realize that was them shooting. Like, I heard the shooting, but I was like, is that them? It's also extra information to you as the player. It's like, hey, your teammates are fighting. You should get over here and help. That would be a nice little thing to see. I guess another thing to pull from Apex Legends, you know how on Apex, on the main menu, when someone sends you a friend request, it pops up like not exactly in the middle of the screen, but like kind of to the left. It lets you know, like it pops out in your face, and it's like, hey, so-and-so wants to be your friend, or so-and-so has invited you to a party. I would like to see something like that in Bloodhunt. I know that there's like a little notification that pops up at the top right, I think, on Bloodhunt when a friend invites you to a party. It's so hard to see. Sometimes I don't even think it pops up. I hear people all the time on streams, they're like, hey, accept the invite, and the other guy's like, I didn't get one, and they're like, yes, you did, and then it turns out he did, but he missed it. I would like to see that moved down closer to the center of the screen, and maybe have a button on it that's like, press F4 to accept, or something like that. It just makes it easier, and it makes it where you won't miss invites from your friend. Next thing I want to mention is, of course, they have announced that Bloodhunt is coming to the PlayStation 5. Now, if we're going to have crossplay or cross progression, we don't know yet, but I'm going to go ahead and mention it anyway. I would love to see crossplay between PlayStation 5 and PC. Now, I doubt this will happen at launch, but who knows? We will see. Maybe in the future, maybe when the game eventually drops on Xbox, we can have crossplay across all platforms. It's just good for the game. It's good for the future of the game. It's good for everyone. Everybody can play with their friends. Just a great thing. And on top of that, add cross progression. So if someone is playing on Steam, maybe they have a PC that's not that great, and they have a PS5 that would run the game better, but they're playing the game on Steam now, and then when it comes out on PS5, they switch over to console. They should be able to carry their stats and their cosmetics and everything over to console. I would love to see some cross progression. I personally won't be playing it on console, but I know a lot of people prefer console over PC. and they would love to be able to carry their PC stuff over to console. Hopefully that's something we see for those players. I know this next thing I'm about to say is going to be something that's coming in the future, but I'm just going to say it anyway. I would love to see more customization options, more hairstyles, more hair colors, more tattoos, more clothing, even more faces for the characters. And hopefully we see some more free customization options down the road. At the moment, the only way you can get customization options is through the battle pass or buying something in the store. I know that it's a free-to-play game, and this is the main way that Sharkmob is making their money, but it would be nice to see a few free things for the players that maybe can't drop $10 here and there. This next thing is sort of two things in one. I would like to see a proper leveling system, like a level 1, level 2, level 3, you know, something like that. An actual level system that you can flex. Let's say max rank is like 500, like an Apex. You can flex on somebody like, hey, I'm level 500. That would be pretty nice to see. And it adds something more for the player to grind. And on top of that, I would like to see some sort of separate leveling system for like the classes, for example, like Nosferatu. Let's say that you only play Nosferatu. I would like to see some sort of leveling system for that. So let's say you can get like your Nosferatu up to like level 50 and you get a special emblem or a special cosmetic, something to show that this is your main, you play it a lot, you're experienced with it, and you're flex. It's something you can earn, something you can grind for. I would love to see that in the future. Stuff like this is good for player retention, keeps people coming back, gives you something to earn, and I think it would be great to see. This is another big one that a lot of people have been asking about. I would love to see some sort of in-game report system. A lot of people have been asking, hey, I ran into a possible cheater. How can I report this person? There is a way on Bloodhunt's website where you can report cheaters. Number one, if you have ran into a possible cheater, get as much information as you can, their names, whatever, and please report them. We don't want cheaters, and it's always great to get rid of those people. But I would like to see a in-game reporting system. Let's say someone kills you, and the way they kill you, it's a little sus, and you're like, this guy might be cheating. It would be nice if we had an in-game report button where you can just press the button, maybe type out whatever the situation is, and then Sharkmob will then get the report and they can review it, look at it, whatever that process is, and you know, it's done. This next one is for the people who care about stats. I hope someday in the future they separate the solo stats and the trio stats. So like, for example, I played nothing but solos for like the first 2 days, and my average kills at the end of the match, it was staying around 7 to 8 kills. But then I went and played trios for a few hours, and the matches were a lot slower paced. You know, I was still winning matches, but we were just not running into anyone, and it was a lot slower paced, like not nearly as action packed as solos had been, and it's brought my average kills down to 4. I know it doesn't mean much to the majority of the player base, but there is that small number of players that are just super sweaty and they care about every little stat, and that sucks that if you play slower paced group matches, it can bring your stats down. I would like to see those separated eventually. That would be pretty cool. Now this next one may be a little too much for Sharkmob right now, because what I'm about to say, it's going to cost extra money. You're going to have to bring in some actors, voice actors, things like that. So I don't see this one happening anytime soon. Maybe down the road. I would like to eventually see voice acted pings. So, you know, Bloodhunt has a ping system very similar to Apex Legends. Sometimes it's really easy to miss pings from your teammates. There's a lot of times when you're looting or doing whatever and a teammate pings something and you just don't hear it or you don't see it because you're looking down at the ground, you're looting. I would like to eventually see voice acted pings. Maybe have a number of voices that you can choose as the player as part of the customization. You as the player can choose whatever voice you want for your character to add to the customization, or they could just have voices for all of the preset faces that you can choose from. I would like to see things like enemy here or SMG here or I need heals, I need ammo, things like that. You know, it's really easy to miss stuff like that when it's not voice acted. I wouldn't expect this anytime soon, but maybe we get voice acted players eventually. I think that would be really cool, and I think a lot of people would like that. It would add more to the customization as well, so that's always good. So I think this is a good time to end the video. I saw that tweet from David Sirland, and I immediately turned on OBS and started recording. And don't forget, down below in the comments, please leave a comment saying what you would like to see changed, what you would like to see added, and all that good stuff. I hope you're enjoying Bloodhunt. It's been a lot of fun, and that's going to do it for me. I'll see you in the next one.